Shabbat Shalom, family. Today we're going to talk about the sixth thing that God hates. Okay. So the first place we're going to start, we'll go to the book of Proverbs, the 6th chapter. Okay. Let's find out what he hates. It says, these six things doth the Lord hate. Yeah, 7 are an abomination unto him. First thing is a proud look, a lying tongue, and hands that shed innocent blood, a heart that deviseth wicked imaginations, feet that be swift and run into mischief, a false witness that speaketh lies, and he that soweth discord among his brethren. All right, next thing we're going to do is going to touch on each one of those topics to learn a little bit about it. Okay. Let's go to Ecclesiasticus, aka Sirach. Start with the 10th chapter. I'm going to read verse 12. So the Most High hates pride. Let's find out what the beginning of pride. It's Ecclesiastes chapter 10, verse 12. It says, the beginning of pride is when one departed from God, and his heart is turned away from his maker. Let's go back a little bit. Ecclesiastes 3:16. It says, he that forsaketh his father is as a blasphemer, and he that angereth his mother is cursed of God. Okay. The Most High is showing you godly reverence. You know, not supposed to forsake your father or your mother. Okay. The only thing that's going to cause you to do that is pride. And let's go finish reading Ecclesiastes chapter 10. Start at 13th verse. Let's read 12 again. It says, the beginning of pride is when one departed from God, and his heart is turned away from his maker. For pride is the beginning of sin, and he that hath it shall pour out abomination. And therefore the Lord brought upon them strange calamities, and overthrew them utterly. Next thing we're going to look at is a lying tongue. Psalms, let's see, 31, 18th verse. Most High hates a lying tongue. It's Psalms 31:18. It says, let the lips be put to silence, which speak grievous things proudly and contemptuously against the righteous. Okay. Let's go back to Psalm, to the 59th chapter. Do the 12th verse. It says, for the sin of their mouth and the words of their lips, let them even be taken in their pride. Remember, it went back to pride. It's a pride again. And for cursing and lying, which they speak. King David says, consume them in wrath, consume them, that they may not be, and let them know that God ruleth in Jacob unto the ends of the earth. Selah. Let's go back to Proverbs. Proverbs chapter 21, verse 6. The getting of treasures by a lying tongue is a vanity tossed to and fro of them that seek death. Okay. Now, let's look at a couple verses concerning the hands that shed innocent blood. For that, we can go to 2nd Esdras, 15th chapter. Start at verse 8. It says, I will hold my tongue no more as touching their wickedness, which they profanely commit. Neither will I suffer them in those things in which they wickedly exercise themselves. Behold, the innocent and righteous blood crieth unto me, and the souls of the just complain continuously. It's no different from the way that when Cain slew Abel, that the Most High knew that he was dead because his blood was crying up from him, from the ground. Okay. Oh yeah. 9. Therefore saith the Lord, I will surely avenge them and receive unto me all of the innocent blood from among them. Behold, My people is led as a flock to the slaughter. I will not suffer them now to dwell in the land of Egypt, but I will bring them with a mighty hand and stretched out arm, and smite Egypt with plagues as before, and will destroy all the land thereof. Egypt shall mourn, and the foundation of it shall be smitten with the plague and punishment that God shall bring upon it. They that till the ground shall mourn, for their seed shall fail through the blasting and hail, and with a fearful constellation. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein. For the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another. This is what's going on right now, y'all. And swords in their hands. For there should be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes. Think about the president right now. And the course of their actions shall stand in their power. A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. It's an example of martial law. For because of their pride, the city shall be troubled. The houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, and shall destroy their houses with the sword, and despoil their goods, because of the lack of bread, and for great tribulation. And it's a side note for all y'all out there that ain't preparing for this fallout that's getting ready to come to the earth. Y'all better get ready, okay? Because this is a future prophecy that hasn't come to pass yet. Okay. Behold, saith God, I will call together all the kings of the earth to reverence me, which are from the rising of the sun, from the south, from the east, and Lebanus, to turn themselves one against another, and repay the things that they have done to them. Like as they do yet this day unto my chosen, so will I do also, and recompense in their bosom, thus saith the Lord God. 22. It says, my right hand shall not spare the sinners, and my sword shall not cease over them that shed innocent blood upon the earth. Okay. Remember, the Most High hates hands that shed innocent blood. Next thing on the list is a wicked imagination. So let's get a little bit about the wicked imagination. And for that, we can go to Genesis. Let's go to the beginning, y'all. Chapter 6. We'll start at verse 5. And God saw that the wickedness of man was great in the earth, and that every imagination of the thoughts of his heart was only evil continually. And it repented the Lord that he had made man on the earth, and it grieved him at his heart. And the Lord said, I will destroy man, whom I have created from the face of the earth, both man and beast, and the creeping thing and the fowls of the air, for it repenteth me that I have made them. Okay, this is going into the flood. So the Most High saw a flaw that was in man from the beginning. Okay, and the first thing that he saw was the pride, because the Most High was telling the angels not to do certain things, and they did it anyway. Okay, they looked on the daughters of men and saw that they were fair. It went in unto them. Okay, so they departed from the Most High by not following his law, statutes, commandments that they were given, that was not yet revealed to mankind. Okay, let's get some more on the wicked imagination. Let's go to let's see, Jeremiah. We do 17 and 9. Okay, and it's just telling you. It says the heart is deceitful above all things and desperately wicked. Who can know it? It's no different from Genesis 6 chapter. We just read that. Okay. Then the thing is, I keep saying it, but I'm gonna say it again. When the scriptures talk about the heart, it's talking about the mind. The world is not set up to think about the Most High 24/7. Okay, because there's so many distractions in this life. The only people that are gonna be doing that is the elect of Israel. They're gonna follow the Lamb wherever he goes. Okay. Now, next thing we gotta tackle. We gotta tackle the fifth thing that the Most High hates, which is a false witness that speaketh lies. To do that, we gotta go to Psalm 58. and 3. This is why the Most High hates the false witness that speak of lies. It says the wicked are estranged from the womb. They go astray as soon as they be born, speaking lies. I mean, we was all taught from a small age that we shouldn't be lying to one another. Number 4, it says their poison is like the poison of a serpent. They are like the death adder that stoppeth the ear. Okay. Let's go to the last thing the Most High hates, which is he that soweth discord among his brethren. We're gonna give you a couple examples of that. Where I want to go? Let's go to Titus 1 and 10. Okay. It says, for there are many unruly and vain talkers and deceivers, especially they of the circumcision. Now, the people of the circumcision were ones that were circumcised on the 8th day, descendants of the seed of Abraham, okay, that were taught the law, statutes, and commandments of the Most High. So it's telling you that even these people, there are many unruly and vain talkers and deceivers, especially they of the circumcision, whose mouths must be stopped, who subvert whole houses, teaching things which they ought not, for filthy lucre's sake. Now, when it goes into filthy lucre's sake, it's talking about for money. Okay. You might have a church that somebody's in and might go in there to try to supplant the pastor, or try to scatter the sheep. This would be an example of somebody that's sowing discord among the brethren. Okay. Let's go to Proverbs chapter 10, start 11. It says, the mouth of a righteous man is a well of life, but violence covereth the mouth of the wicked. Hatred stirreth up strifes, but love covereth all sins. Okay? When somebody got hate in their heart, it's going to stir up strife, which is another way of sowing discord among your brethren. Even if you got a disagreement with somebody, whether they're in the truth or not, it's just that. It's just a disagreement. But you don't stop showing love. Because if you're showing love to your brother, which goes into keeping the law, statutes, and commandments, and telling them when they're going off, as well as doing the physical things, giving them things that they need, giving them food and raiment and clothing, then you have the ability to cause them, as well as yourself, to cover a whole bunch of sins. Because you prevent them from going off, but at the same time, you letting them know that, hey, I'm doing this for your own good. Okay? The last thing. Matthew, with the 22nd chapter, verse 34. It says, but when the Pharisees had heard that he had put the Sadducees to silence, this is going into Jesus, they were gathered together. Then one of them, which was a lawyer, asked him a question, tempting him and saying, Master, which is the great commandment in the law? And Jesus said to him, thou shalt love the Lord thy God with all thy heart, and with all thy soul, and with all thy mind. This is the first and great commandment. And the second is like unto it. Thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. On these two commandments hang all the law and the prophets. Okay. So what we gotta do is be mindful at all times of the things that the Heavenly Father hates. And what we gotta do is we gotta conform into the image of His Son. Okay. So we know that the 6 things, again, that the Most High hates. He hates a proud look, a lying tongue, hands that shed innocent blood, wicked imaginations, a false witness that speaketh lies, and he that soweth discord among his brethren. Okay? If you fulfill these things, as well as follows the law, statutes, commandments, and believe in the Son, ye do well. And you'll be operating under the law of liberty. Again, family, love y'all. Till next time. Peace out.